Well, good morning, YouTube. Today's cook, I'm going to try to duplicate the process of extended resting your brisket. Now, I've seen this on Judd's Barbecue channel, Mad Scientist, Smoking Joe's Pit Barbecue, and most recently, Making It Mojo. I guess the theory is an extended rest period really benefits your brisket. So for me, this is once again me trying to perfect my brisket process. I'd like to point out that recently on Making It Mojo, he cooked the brisket at 300 degrees on his Outlaw smoker. And then rested it, I think, for about 10 or 11 hours, and it looks spectacular. So about 3 weeks ago, I did a cook. I used a 9.25 of a pound prime grade from Snake River Farms. It cooked at 225 to 250 degrees for 10 hours. After which I let it sit out until it came to about 100 and I believe 73 degrees. Then I put it in my Masterbuilt 200 electric smoker overnight from 6 p.m. to 7 a.m. So I actually rested it longer than it took to cook the brisket, which I think was approximately 10 hours. And when I sliced it, man, it was juicy, flavorful, good grief. Wife was really impressed. So I thought to myself, after watching Making It Mojo do 300 degree brisket on his Outlaw, I said, well, how would this extended period process work on a hot and fast brisket on my Gateway drum? Very quickly, wanted to give a shout out to my beautiful granddaughter, Melody. Hey, Mello. My baby actually asked me yesterday when I FaceTime with my son, Granddad, when are you going to do another cooking video? So I thought it'd be nice for her to hear her name. I don't want to leave her little brother out, so shout out to Mr. Miles, my main man, my grandson, actually my only grandson. Let's see, and I'm going to give a shout out to my oldest granddaughter, Ayana, who is actually here in the city with me. So Once again, Mello, Granddad said hello. Thank you for asking about cooking, and hopefully your dad will let you check out this particular segment of the video. All right. One hour in, let's give this grate a quick spin. About 180 degrees. Let's move the pit probe. Actually looking pretty good. Definitely not ready to put any other moisture on it, so I don't think a mist right now is necessary. Let's keep it going. Well, it's 1:30, so we're 2 hours in. Time to give this grate a spin. Coming along. Let's see what we got there. Not too bad. Let's hit it with some moisture. Got a little fat starting to render. Let's hit those edges. Alright, that's good enough for the kid. You know? And one more time. Shouldn't be much longer. Gateway definitely makes quick work of a brisket. Get your seal back up. Well, 2:30, bottom of the hour. Let's throw this tallow on here. Take a quick look. Yeah. See what we got. Yeah, it's still kind of wet. But the bark is got a lot of pooling. I'm gonna let it go for another 30 minutes. I've been learning this. So let's give it a quick spin. Let's kind of tilt that. Take a look at that bottom, which actually looks pretty good. Just throw my tallow in there. And ready. Let's get that lined up. once again. We'll come back in 30 minutes. Okay. Mm. 155 in the point. And 181 in the flat. Okay. Let's rotate it again. Spin that grate. Come on off there. Another 30 minutes. Let's get the tallow out. Get the lid back on. Let's see what our temperature is reading. I know the camera ain't reading this, but the point is 176 and a plumped up flat. 191. Okay. Let's take our time and see if we can saturate this bad boy with a little beef tallow. Give it an opportunity to absorb as much as possible. And as always, I like to concentrate on those edges. In this case, it's going to have to drip down. And I do intend to hit the point just like I hit the flat. So, actually it looks pretty good. Smells even better. I'm a little fixated on brisket these last few months, but it's mostly because I just love the taste of it. When I first started barbecuing, reading the cookbooks that I have, one thing I kept coming across was that if you could cook a brisket, this is the piece of meat that backyard guys, competition guys, restaurant people, you want to learn to master. So, really been trying to focus on getting this down, and I have to admit my last few have been really, really good. One thing I have learned though is when you start with better quality meat, or any ingredient for that matter, unless you screw it up, you typically end up with a better result. So I initially started doing my practice with nothing but select, specifically Walmart grade, and maybe a choice every now and then when I could find it. But it was just to get the process down, to learn the techniques. And I do, oh shit, get out of there. So excuse my language, freaking flies. So, trying to mess with my bark there. Can't have that. Get out of there. So, hopefully that'll stay in place until I can get this wrapped. We're gonna go fat side down again. So that's fat side up. And fat side down. Okay. Let's get the crease in it. And how the bees want to show up, which is not surprising at this time of the year. There we go. Okay. We're at 205 according to the Ultra Q. So let's get her off of here. Get it in and let it rest. Put that right there for the time being to keep the wind from blowing it away. And while we at it, had to throw on a little lunch. Cause you know we ain't eating brisket today. We're gonna let that rest overnight. So I needed a few brats, a few hot dogs, a couple of burgers. I'm gonna throw those on. And it's probing pretty nicely. No resistance. Once I get past that layer of butcher paper. I think that's right where I want it. I'm gonna double check. Let's take a look at the current temperature of the brisket. And that's the point. Right at 175. Excuse the fluctuations because I'm picking this up by the camera stand as well, tripod. And right in the center, 174. I'm gonna go over here to the flat, 171. So here it is. Ready to go on, and it is, let's get a quick time check to make it official. Okay. 5:17. So let's just say 5:15. We're gonna put this on. Now what I'm gonna do is make one other quick adjustment, just a hair. I know some people recommend 160, some people recommend 170. I try to keep this around 150. And let me back the camera up. I'm gonna lose it there for a minute, so make a quick adjustment. I actually spent an entire weekend, an entire Saturday rather, trying to find that sweet spot. So, got a pan in there with some water. Then also got a drip pan. Just already the juices are starting to all through. There we go. And hopefully, let's get that up under there. I know it's gonna make a little bit of a mess, but hey, has to be expected. It's barbecue. So shit is sealed up. Excuse, gotta come across the camera again. Well, it's 7:15 the next morning, September 12th, Sunday. And let's see what this extended rest. All right, let's do it this way. In the Masterbuilt 200 analog electric smoker has produced. Well, paper is definitely thoroughly saturated. And I put it in, so, and I didn't take the video camera out to the garage, but the drip pan had a pretty significant amount of rendered tallow that had dripped off during the night. Always a mess trying to get this off. Oh, so far so good. Oh, this thing is still warm, really warm. Okay. And I decided to do it in the pan because, frankly, didn't want to lose all that juice. Or au jus. Take your pick. So let's clean up a little bit. And let's take the Micro Thermalworks dot and see what we got. Actually, a pretty good sized brisket, even after the trim. Right down here on the flat. That's 131 degrees. Let's go up here to the point. And that's 129 degrees. And in the center, 132. So, pretty consistent from one end of the brisket to the other. Let's get the slicing and get my morning cup of coffee. Go clean up the drum, and I'll be honest, that flat is kind of firm. We'll see. A significant amount of juice, and I don't want to throw that away. Okay. I've never been great at carving these things. The bark really held up. It's cutting rather nice. Looks pretty good. I'm not going to squeeze it because that, frankly, to me is it's a joke. When you've got a fat vein the size that you usually do on a brisket and then you squeeze it, of course juice is going to run out. I always thought that was interesting when people did that. So, as if the flat itself is juicy, I guess what I'm looking for is how is it internally? But, oh well. Once again, people can do what they want. It's their barbecue. I really like the way that looks. The decal seems to render pretty significantly. Okay. Let's see it. We're not going to do. Alright. Brisket in the morning. Fats rendered. Oh, okay. Definitely pulls apart quite well. And of course the flat's always going to be the leaner. And ladies and gentlemen, please keep in mind, this is a choice grade, but it is a Snake River Farm choice grade. And I think we have a winner. Nice combination of moisture. It is not dry, at least that piece isn't. That's more from the flat side than the bottom, which is the point. I did cook this fat side down because of course the heat is coming from the bottom of the gateway. You know, I'm smoking. Excuse my smacking. I'm sorry. This is actually pretty good. It really is. I'm really impressed. It doesn't have the smoke ring that the Masterbuilt 560 produced on the last brisket, and definitely not the type of smoke ring that the Oklahoma Joe is going to put on the brisket. However, I want to paraphrase my man Big D from D's Backyard Barbecue, and I'm looking for tenderness, flavor. I'm not really worried about smoke ring. I'm not a competition guy. So that's not where it's at for me. Nice to have, something to look at, but has nothing to do with how a brisket tastes, at least from my perspective. This one's tasting pretty good. Well, let's get it sliced up. It is really warm, as you said. I don't know if the temperature reading came up. As I said, it averaged right around 130 to 31 degrees from end to end. I can say that color-wise, this Snake River Farm brisket compared to the Walmart briskets that I practice on over the last 18 months, it looks so much better. Oh my goodness, it really is. I can see some marks where the injection of beef broth and Reserve Blend and Moisture Magic Cosmos product. I can see where it left a little, I can tell there's a slight discoloration there on some of these pieces. But yeah, I think I'm pretty happy. And this process, oh my goodness. Oh, I'm gonna have to eat another piece, guys. I don't know how brisket goes with coffee, but we're gonna find out today. Oh man, good. Slapping in a little bit of that juice. Yeah. Oh man. In the future, I'm gonna have to take time to dip these pieces in this au jus. That's good. Well, guys, for my money. Oh man, that's good. This process is a keeper for me. This is the second time. And as I said, this is a choice grade. Excuse me. And right on par with that prime grade that I did about three weeks ago. I do have a Snake Rivers Farm Wagyu, kind of sitting waiting on the holidays. That'll be an interesting cook for me, because I've never cooked anything that quality before. Like most people, well, backyard guy, it's always an adventure for me. And oh yeah, this is good. And oh yeah, I'm really happy. So, and when I saw this on Smokin' Joe's Pit Barbecue, to his credit, you know, I'm just a backyard guy. I just like to cook, and my hobbies are photography and cooking, and I get to combine them both. And smoke ring's looking pretty decent. To his credit, Smokin' Joe responded to a comment I made on his channel, and specifically, he uses a PK, I believe 100, and I could be wrong about the exact number, so please don't go off on me. About holding the brisket. I've been looking now for, you know, almost 2 years. I'm trying to reheat these things. So this process, obviously, restaurant people have been doing it for a while, and for me, this will help around the holidays. It gets a little chilly here in Ohio sometimes. We have some strange weather. And I definitely would cook this a day or two ahead of time. And then just reheat it or keep it warm in the electric smoker, so that and I could even do my usual two slab of ribs around Christmas. Okay, so this is really going to help me out doing it a day or two ahead, putting it for an extended rest. That's the end point. I mean the end flat. Yeah, if that piece is good, you did a pretty decent job. So, let's get a quick shot of slicing this point, and then we will shut it down. Get that into my Tupperware. This time I went light on the rub for me. I only used 2, which was Killer Hogs TX rub and the Snake River Farm brisket rub that they sent with the brisket. Oh yeah, I'm really happy, man. For a guy like me that's just cooking for the fun of cooking, to finally get to this point with a brisket really is a sense of accomplishment. So, oh yeah. All right, gentlemen. Oh man, that point's just awesome. All right, as I said, that's a keeper for me. I'm gonna finish slicing this up, seal it up, have my cup of coffee. Thanks for watching. BJ's Backyard Buckeye Barbecue.